Now each one has 5 main ideas from the text. You also have a chance before sharing these ideas that you will watch a video to review your information. Let's watch the video.
The weather. It's there every day. Sun, wind, and rain are basic to life. How can we know when the weather is going to change, if tomorrow will bring storms? We can measure the weather accurately. From satellites to radar, modern inventions describe the weather today, and this helps us predict what it may be like tomorrow. There's a science to predicting weather, and it's called meteorology. 11 kilometers high, a gassy bubble surrounds the planet. And that bubble, called the troposphere, is filled with air and water vapor, millions of liters of it. Higher up are other layers of the atmosphere, the stratosphere, and the mesosphere, and the thermosphere. But it's in the troposphere that almost all our weather takes place. The sun drives our weather by heating the earth. Warm air rises when the ocean surface is 27 degrees Celsius or more. The rising air carries a lot of water vapor with it. This water vapor cools as it rises and forms clouds when it condenses. But the air can only hold a certain amount of water at a given temperature. When there is too much, the moisture falls to the ground. Clouds are blown around the earth, pushed by wind, created as warm air moves up and cool air flows in to fill the space. This movement of warm and cold air causes our weather to change. Meteorologists track these changes, trying to predict what's going to happen next. It's all about air, heat, and moisture, the basic ingredients of weather. Because our atmosphere is really just a giant heat engine, transferring all those elements in the air from one place to another.
I will share the main ideas that you might agree on. A meteorologist is a scientist who uses a variety of tools and instruments to study and forecast weather. Meteorologists try to collect as much data as they can about air temperature, air pressure, wind, precipitation, and other conditions. This data helps meteorologists understand how the weather is changing. It also helps them to predict what weather conditions may be in the near future. Meteorologists use mapping data to see important patterns. They should consider the impact of other factors, such as landform, ocean currents that affect the atmosphere. I think you can now easily figure out the basic elements that meteorologists measure, right? These elements like what? Like temperature and air pressure. Air pressure is the amount of force that air exerts on its surrounding, or the weight of air above a location. We measure air pressure by using a barometer. We also study humidity, which is the measure of how much water vapor is present in the air, and wind as well. All these elements help meteorologists understand weather patterns in the future. Modern technology such as satellites, airplanes are designed to carry measurement tools high to the atmosphere so that conditions can be measured from different altitudes. If you walk on the seashore on a hot summer day with a high temperature, would you feel a difference in temperature between the sand and the seawater? Surely, you will feel that the sand is hotter than the seawater. But why does this happen? Even though the sand and the water are exposed to the same amount of sun rays and heat. We will get a scientific explanation for this question during the next activity, Investigate Like a Scientist. But let's first welcome our colleagues who will join us in today's investigation. Welcome Ahmed and Jan. Are you ready to start our investigation?
Yes, we are.
Our activity title is The Unequal Heating of Earth. In this activity, we are going to use a model to develop and test a hypothesis about how quickly different surface materials heat and cool when exposed to solar radiation. Like any investigation, the first step is making a prediction. Our prediction question is, how will the temperature change in a container of sand compared to a container of water? Record your predictions, and after the break, we will listen to our colleagues' predictions. Let's go!
تقدر تتابع كل دروسك على تطبيق مدرستنا بلس. مدرستنا، المستقبل يبدأ الآن.